So here we are, Tea Kettle Junction. We brought our tea kettle to hang along here with everybody else's. Looks like a good spot to me. There it is.
I like this
We're gonna go on down this road here to the racetrack.
You can see the racetrack.
So here we are in Death Valley at the racetrack, and we've come out here and we've got it's really flat. This whole area out here is one of the flattest places on the entire planet, and it's not sand, it's like clay, and you can see it's all been wet and dry and it's all cracked up and everything right now, so it looks really cool. But the racetrack is pretty famous for the rocks. They're supposed to be moving rocks. There's this great big rock right here behind me, they call the grandstand, and that great big rock has little rocks that fall off of it, and then they're supposed to slowly move over time. And a lot of people think that some people thought that other people would come out and move the rocks. Some people think aliens move the rocks. Anyway, it's pretty interesting. Right now we don't see any tracks behind the rocks, but there are rocks, quite a few rocks all over this, they call it the playa, this flat area, and there's quite a few rocks all over. There's one right here. You can see that rock right there, and there's the grandstand there, and there's little rocks all the way around the edges, and so this is a huge flat area here. Pretty neat area. Wish I could see some of the tracks for the rocks, but I don't see any right now. So anyway, we'll keep looking around and see what we can see. Here's the rocks right here by the grandstand, and right here with the sun right there behind them, you can see they're kind of shiny all right through here on this edge. So here's a rock we found, and it looks like, if you look really close here, it looks like it's got a couple-inch track there that it's starting to move. So it's gonna keep on going that way. Maybe. That's what we're guessing. This one here, same thing. Looks like it's a little bit of a track.
I don't know. I don't know about this place. I'm in the middle of the racetrack playa. We've walked from one big rock to the next big rock to the next big rock. There's no trails. There's no racing stripes, racing tracks. What have you seen?
Nothing. Maybe if we go over by the big rock, the grandstand, there'll be more. I don't know.
We found some racing tracks. What do you guys think? Vroom. I'm sure rocks made those.
Here's Here's another one we saw, and it looks like as it's moving, it's tipping back and forth and making a wide track. Pretty interesting.
Okay, here's something we just saw. If you come this way, see that little track forming? There's a rock, then it curves, and another rock.
Here's something kind of different. The whole playa all looks pretty much the same, but right here where this bush is, it's got a little bit different texture right here just around it. And there's a few more bushes right up here. Go see what they look like. There's another one there.
Here I can see a lighter line that leads to this rock. But then we can also see a lighter line that goes forward from this rock. Okay, what do we think about this one? See that track?
Snowy mountains, the playa, little bit of blue sky. And there's the valley on down that way.
We came across this truck with a broken axle and 2 other cars with flat tires. This is one rough road. So I felt like we needed to do a little bit of a wrap up from our racetrack adventure. And the national park cautions people about that road, saying it's a 4-wheel drive only road, high clearance vehicles recommended. Most vehicles that go down that road may experience a flat tire.
Yeah, and one of the reasons they recommend 4-wheel drive vehicles and high clearance is because most trucks come with light truck tires, which are usually a 10-ply tire, and most cars only come with a passenger car tire, which is like a 6-ply tire. And so if you have a thicker, heavier tire, chances of getting a flat tire are a lot less. So that's one reason they recommend that. It's a lot better tire.
Yeah. Luckily we didn't experience any issues driving it. The park also says that it's about a 3.5-hour drive from Furnace Creek out to the racetrack one way. It's about 80 plus miles, so it is quite a ways out there.
Yeah, about 25 of that is on that dirt road. It's washboard, and it's rocky, and it's rough. It takes a long time on the dirt road because you can't go very fast.
Yeah. A lot of the tracks we saw I'm not sure about. We stopped at the northern end and walked around about the top half of the playa, and we understand that there's maybe more rocks on the southern half. We did see a lot of man-made tracks, and they could have happened during the government shutdown, but that's still no excuse. Just a reminder to always tread lightly on our public lands.
Yeah, and the Park Service in their pamphlets and everything about the playa, they tell you not to even walk on it if it's wet. So be really careful, protect the surface of the racetrack playa, and of course no driving on it, but yeah, we could see the tracks from cars.
Mm-hmm. So all in all, was it worth it? I don't know if it was. I like that road a lot less than the Hole in the Rock road.
And I think, well, and the Hole in the Rock road's longer. It's about 50 miles of washboard, but this one was more rocky. Couldn't go quite as fast, but you get where you're going a little quicker because it is a shorter road. So,
but it was real rocky and real washboardy, I felt.
Yeah, some places were real washboardy, but not the whole thing. It wasn't washboard the whole way. So I actually thought that road was more drivable than the Hole in the Rock Road, but maybe it's just because I've been down the Hole in the Rock Road like 5 times and it just gets to me every time.
Yeah. We could have done a little bit more research before we headed out there because it is quite a day's drive and adventure. So know what you're in for. I don't think anything's super spectacular out there, but it's still a once in a lifetime thing that everybody could experience if they choose to.
And walking around on that playa with it being so flat was really neat. I enjoyed it quite a bit, so it was cool.
So I was reading about the Park Service pamphlet about that, and it says that that mud is like over 1,000 feet thick. That
Wow,
dirt.
that's crazy.
That's ridiculous. I wonder if it really is. But thanks for joining us on this adventure out to the racetrack in Death Valley, and I hope you're having great adventures wherever you are. Share them with us and let us know what you're up to.